Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. The first week of May always signifies the National Safety Stand Down to prevent falls in construction. As we probably know, year in and year out, falls represent usually the number one cause of death in the construction industry. Now, as we kind of look at SIF prevention, serious injury and fatality prevention, we often kind of focus on the fatal four, as we call them, which are falls, electrical shock, struck by, and caught between. But there's an overwhelming amount of data that shows that every year falls take, outside of mental health related issues, which I covered recently, falls take the most lives in the construction industry every single year. So as an industry, we take this first week of May to be able to focus on fall prevention. But what I would like to propose is that instead of focusing on fall prevention for 1 week out of the year, we look at it on a daily basis throughout the entire year as one of the number one challenges that we have. And if we break falls down, there are a lot of different types of falls, falls at the same level, falls from elevation, and then what I would call other types of falls, which fit into both categories, but falls from ladders, falls from scaffolding, falls off of roofs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And ultimately, um, fall prevention is one of the biggest challenges that we have because as we're going vertical in construction, there's nothing above us to tie off to. Therefore, construction companies have to get very creative oftentimes in the types of anchor points that they create in order to safely attach fall protection equipment. Often we try to protect the hazard any way we can outside of a personal fall arrest system, guardrails, nets, engineer the hazard out entirely, whatever we can do. But ultimately, we find the use of personal fall arrest systems being very, very common in construction. So, as we're kind of visiting this topic and reminding people of how critical it is that we focus on fall prevention, it's important that as we walk around that we constantly educate people because I think that we get our moment where we train our folks on fall protection. We issue them equipment, we show them how the equipment works, how to wear the equipment, what the limitations of the equipment are, and how to inspect it on a regular daily basis. But as we're actually walking around and observing work that's going on, we need to be very aware of one of the most common issues involved in falls, which is misuse of equipment. If you look at the statistics around fatalities and falls, it's very common that equipment misuse was part of the reason. Either no use or misuse were the primary reasons of a fatality during a fall. So let's put an emphasis out there. Let's talk about it. Let's call our manufacturers, Honeywell, MSA, 3M, whoever you may use. Let's ask them to come out and do job site presentations, bring the trailer out, drop the weights, demonstrate what happens when you fall on a self-retracting lifeline or on a lanyard. Let's continue to educate our people, make sure our equipment is in good use and order, make sure it's inspected, and really put our emphasis on fall prevention because, again, it's number one in construction year in and year out. And even though the numbers may be declining slightly, it's still a major, major issue and something that we need to emphasize. So hopefully that helps. We'll see you next Wednesday.